What's up, everyone? This is Eric with Theme Options Trading, and today we're going to talk about the basic trading technology requirements. Before diving in to the content itself, I want to start off with an analogy. Let's say you had three options to buy a television. First, you could buy an old TV. So, what is the goal of watching TV? The goal is you want uninterrupted content with a clear picture that you can see. Those two things should hopefully sum it up. Does this achieve my goal? No. Why? Because it is a blurry picture, and this old TV does not work flawlessly. It'll cut in and out, so I will not achieve my goal of watching TV uninterrupted with a clear picture by buying this TV. Let's look at the second option, a flat screen TV. Will this allow us to watch uninterrupted content? Yeah, it would. There's a lot of other factors, but we're going to keep this very simple. Second, does it give me a clear picture? Yes, it also accomplishes this goal. So this is a pretty good option for us. Let's look at the third option, an IMAX theater. We're assuming we have an unlimited budget here. Does this accomplish our two goals? Yes. But is it necessary to have an IMAX whenever a flat screen TV accomplishes your goals? No, it is not necessary. And this is exactly how you need to view trading technology. Some things may seem nice, and some things are very shiny, but do you need them? No. You might. That's up to you. But most of the time, it's no. For me, it's no. I have been able to identify what technological components work for me without going above and beyond. It is very easy to fall in the trap of, oh, this is shiny. I need this because it should help with X, Y, and Z. But do you really need it? Before moving on, I want to make one thing very clear. I am not even close to an expert in this. This is just to give you an idea of what to look for when purchasing a trading laptop. We're going to focus on laptops because if you trade with a desktop, which you should, some of this stuff will be applicable to desktops, but I recommend building a desktop. There are far better channels out there for this technology, and even some out there that will help you troubleshoot. So this is just to scratch some surfaces of some trading requirements from a technological perspective. Why also is this important? You need to know what is causing your computer to act in a certain way. Some may disagree with me here, but I have found it helpful when something isn't acting the way I want it to. I've been able to identify what needs to be changed. You can go to help, but help is expensive and there's often a delay associated with it. Just recently, my laptop stopped working. I exhausted all the options that I knew and nothing would work. Everything was pointing towards my memory being wiped, but I didn't want it to happen. So I went to a technology store. So after the 2 day delay, they called me. Yep, you're going to need a new hard drive and also install the operating system. So installing the software is going to cost you $100 plus the cost of the SSD. Okay, first, yeah, the material costs, I understand. But for installing the software, you can literally go to the Microsoft website, download Windows 11, and then install it yourself without any delay. They were trying to charge you $100. You need to understand how your technology works. First, we're going to talk about memory. And memory can be seen as somewhat of an unfun concept, but I think it's very important because there is more to it than just storage. There are two options for long term memory, an SSD and an HDD, or solid state drive and a hard disk drive. So, SSD, it is smaller. but it also stores data a little differently than the hard disk drive. The SSD stores data, without getting too much into detail, about the same way a USB flash drive does. They're more expensive, but they're newer and faster. 100% of the time, I recommend having an SSD. Second, what else do you need to look for? There's a term called PCIe, or Peripheral Component Interconnect Express. This allows you to access your system storage faster and can help with your overall computer speed. Now let's look at your RAM, or your random access memory, or your short-term memory. Your short-term memory is lost whenever you turn off your computer. This determines how quickly you can access what you're currently working on. If you have lag, you probably need to upgrade RAM. Keep in the back of your mind, not all RAM is created equal. So don't be deceived by price. If you're looking to upgrade your RAM, Samsung is by far the best. Crucial is second best. But don't go out there and just try to get the best of the best, because do you need it? If you truly think you need it and you're experiencing this when you're trading, then yes, you need to upgrade your RAM. But this is where it gets in. What do you need to have versus a nice to have? You might be able to find yourself wanting all the bells and whistles, but do you really need it? That's for you to decide. One of the best things about gaming laptops, which I'll get into my recommendations later, is these gaming laptops are built for upgrades. They allow you to install additional long-term memory and additional short-term memory. They're built for it. So you can buy the basics of the basics and then upgrade as needed. Huge proponent of gaming laptops. The CPU, or the central processing unit. The CPU is the main processor, and there's something referred to as clock speed. This is another performance factor that measures how quickly your computer can process. The higher the better. My recommendation for trading is 4 gigahertz. Next, processor count. This is the number of core processing units within a processor. Generally, the higher the number, the better the ability to multitask and better performance. 8 to 10, the rule of thumb for the minimum processor count required for trading. There's also a term out there called refresh rate. This is the times per second your monitor is able to display a new image. This is measured in hertz, and my recommendation for trading is a minimum of 144 hertz, which is a perfect segue to my last and final topic, display. Graphics processing unit, or GPU, is exactly what it sounds like. It's for graphics. NVIDIA, the way to go. Display resolution is given as a width and height, and you'll see a P by it. This is for pixels. Pixels can be thought of as puzzle pieces. How many puzzle pieces are in a puzzle? The more pixels, the better off the image. 1080 is the minimum, and this is full HD. Let's look at this image here to the left of full HD versus the new 4K. Yes, you can see more of the details, but whenever you're trading, you need to ask yourself, can you tell a difference in your trading if you have higher resolution? That is for you to decide. Some people will say, yeah, you need 4K. Others will say, nope, 1080 is fine. For keyboards, there's some discussions of wireless or corded. I recommend corded because you reduce the component of connection being bad with it being wireless or it dying in the middle of a trade. If you get external monitors, make sure that they are high quality to fit your needs and the connecting cable is sufficient. And that's about it. Very short, very basic. I'm not the expert, but hopefully this starts to pique your interest in the technical requirements for a trading laptop or a computer. I will post my recommended laptops below. At this time, I am not sponsored. These are just a couple of options that I have found useful. Please like this video and subscribe. Until next time.